Hello everyone, I'm Belle and welcome to Crack the Code. Together, let's crack the code on health, hustle, and a life unfiltered in both college and post-grad life. Hi everyone and welcome back to Crack the Code. I am so happy to have you back and can't believe this is episode 3. Time is flying and I'm honestly just having so much fun. Today we're going to dive into my January favorites, so my monthly favorites, and that kind of covers a lot of different bases, so we'll get into it. This may be a little bit of a shorter episode, but from the feedback I've received, there's seeming to be a want for shorter episodes along with longer ones as well. So here's your little shorter episode and we're going to go through my monthly favorites. To kick off my monthly favorites, we're going to start with wellness products. The first one being the Skinny Confidential Pink Balls. I know that sounds really weird, sorry about that, but it has been such a game changer in my lymphatic drainage routine. If you are watching on YouTube, this is what they look like. It's really silly, but it works magic. I lift it pulling up my cheekbone, up my jawline. If you're listening on Spotify, no worries at all. I do have it linked in my key finds under my Instagram story highlight. So this is what it looks like. It's just pink and it has these 2 pink balls that you pull up your jawline, up your cheekbone, and you can even do it up on your nose. This has changed the game and made lymphatic drainage in the morning much more enjoyable and easy to get done. Following that would be some vitamins I've been taking, and that would be my B12 along with my fish oil. I know that as women, we can typically be under what we should be for our omega-3s, and sometimes finding food that can support us in that and getting the right amount that we need is hard. So I try to supplement with 2 fish oils a day, and then along with that B12 as well to help with energy. Next subject would be the beauty department. My first one being the Summer Fridays lip balm. I got this for Christmas and I've already gotten another one because I've been going through it so fast. It is the Vanilla Lip Butter Balm by Summer Fridays. So great, smells great, feels great on my lips, lasts forever, and really easy to travel with. After that would be my Burberry dupe, if you want to call it that. At Target, they sell what is called the Mix Bar Vanilla Bourbon perfume, and they have it in a big size and then they have it in a travel size. So this has been such a game changer for when I am traveling or if I'm just going to class or don't need to be spraying my nice Goddess perfume by Burberry. I love to use this little dupe and it has changed the game. My friend Lauren even went and got it because she smelled me the other day and was like, what the heck, what are you wearing? And it's Target and it's probably like $12. So go get yourself some vanilla bourbon Mix Bar perfume from Target. Following the beauty would be skincare favorites. Starting off with my all-time favorite that I've been raving about for the last, honestly, 2 months, but really in January is the OC body oil. Love, love, love. I put it on my body, I put it on my face, and starting to implement oil into my routine has changed my skincare game completely. But not only oil is my dry brush. So that is number 2 for the skincare. I dry brush every time before I get in the shower. I habit stack it. I've already talked about this before, but it's in my shower caddy, so there's no excuse for not doing it. And it has changed the game. You can get a dry brush for so cheap, y'all. So cheap, and it exfoliates, it gets blood flow moving, helps reduce cellulite and stuff like that. So if that is something you're interested in, I highly recommend. They are so cheap, so affordable. And OC body oil is a little more on the pricier side, but I get the smaller one and I think it's, I don't even know, maybe $20, and it changes the game and it lasts forever because oil, you only need a small amount to make a big difference. So oil and moisturize, especially after a shower, especially after dry brushing, before that shower, and it'll change your skincare game, promise. Next up would be my favorite drinks of the month. This would be my morning coffee. I look forward to my morning coffee every night before I go to bed. I dream about it, I think about it, I'm excited about it right now, and it's only noon. So my morning coffee is my favorite for January, and it's been for like the past few months. This would be my Nespresso with the Molizo pod. It's a gold pod, so it's a full cup of coffee, so frothy, so amazing. And I add only just a scoop of my vanilla bone broth protein powder. Well, it has protein in it. It's not technically protein powder, but it does have 13 grams of protein in it, flavored vanilla. Froth that up, and it is just beautiful. It is so great, and it makes my mornings so enjoyable. Along with that, I also have an element tea packet every day, without a doubt. I love the taste of it. It helps me get my water down, but also it has so many benefits as well with the amount of sodium. It does have a lot of sodium, so if that is something that you are looking out for, then maybe find an electrolyte packet that's a little less, or take half of a packet. But do know that it has 1,000 milligrams of sodium, so it's a lot. But if you're active, then that is something that's really good and something you should implement within your day. Next up would be activity. I have been on a little kick, maybe because here in Florida, winter is just really enjoyable. Honestly, it has not been too cold, and so other than the fact that it did snow the other week, but right now it's like 80 degrees out. It's great. My favorite activities this last month have been pickleball. I even learned how to play tennis the other week, which was really cool and fun. So anything that's been an outdoors activity I've loved, just to get vitamin D, get out of the house, go do something. Those two have been my favorite that I did this last month. Lots of pickleball and a game of tennis, learning something new. So that was really fun. Following this would be my favorite song this month. My song of the year, which makes sense why I have to share about it being my January favorite, is Anything Can Happen by Ellie Goulding. I'm obsessed. I am in my 2015 era, and all those songs are so great, and they're just so fun and puts me in a good mood. So Anything Could Happen by Ellie Goulding is my monthly favorite. I've been listening to it on repeat because anything can happen. It's just such a vibe. It's great. Favorite podcast? I would say podcast show, but I think I'm gonna get even more specific and say episode, which is really hard for me considering how much I listen to podcasts. But my favorite podcast episode with the show would be the Skinny Confidentials, Him and Her, with Gary Brecka. He was basically a mortality expert and worked in life insurance and predicted people's lifespans. And when he realized they were so short compared to people in other countries, he decided to kind of take it beyond that, became a human biologist, and talks a lot about supplementing, what we're deficient in, longevity of life, and a lot of it's kind of baffling hearing him talk about the studies he's read and made and gone over and the changes he's implemented in his life. Highly recommend Skinny Confidential, Him and Her podcast, the one where they host Gary Brecka. Show or movie? This one's gonna be hard for me every month because I, truth be told, don't like shows. Not that I don't like it, I'm just not in a phase in my life right now that I'm finding myself watching shows and movies, but I am rewatching Daisy Jones and the Six, and it's such a classic and it's so great and I love it. They need to make more TJR books into shows and movies because it's so good and they did so well with it. Next is books. I broke this up into two sections. I did my nonfiction and my fiction. So my fiction of January has to be Wedding People by Alison Espruch, and it was so great, y'all. If you love a good female friendshipy book, so good, and it's a very unique story with the writing just being so different and so great. And then my nonfiction would be From Here to the Great Unknown by Riley Keough and Lisa Marie Presley. This is Lisa Marie Presley's memoir, and Riley Keough kind of finished it with her along with giving her input throughout it, and I highly recommend listening to the audiobook because it plays Lisa Marie Presley's recordings. Julia Roberts read as Lisa Marie, and Riley Keough comes on as well and reads. So great. Only 4 hours, quick read, and really loved it. And I'll always end with my hack / code that I cracked this month, and this could either be something I discovered or something that I've been implementing in my life that I've been liking, and maybe it's something that you can implement in yours and a code that you can crack. But this would be two things. One is I've been drinking dandelion tea before bed, and this seriously changes the game for me. That was some chamomile, but you can drink dandelion tea throughout the day. That is really good for you, and the whole point of dandelion tea is that it's anti-inflammatory, reduces a bloat and even some sort of like water weight, helps with digestion, good in vitamin C, and high in potassium, which is good for your blood pressure. The other code that I cracked, which I've been doing for quite some time now, but something people don't think about, is at the grocery store you can buy pre-made cooked grilled chicken. I'm telling you, it'll change the game when you're trying to implement protein, but living in sort of space that you have a meal plan and you can't cook in a kitchen. So I did that, got 2 packs, keep in the fridge, and even if they have something that they're making that I don't really want to eat, I can always whip up a salad and always add some protein on there. So those are my 2 codes that I cracked. Other than that, that is all from me. Quick episode, but just wanted to have something for you guys out there. And if you end up trying any of these things out, definitely let me know. I am very intrigued. And if you have any suggestions for me of things that I should try in this February month, definitely let me know. I am all for it. Love trying new things and putting myself out there. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.